What's up, everybody? It's your boy rondre3000, and welcome to my very first gameplay ever of Black Ops 2. That's right, this is my very first game of Black Ops 2. Not gameplay, but game ever, and it's some boot camp gameplay. You know, the lobby where the noobs of the game can get together and play some team deathmatch, learn a little bit, level up a little bit, and this is that gameplay. You may not recognize the gamer tag in the kill feeds to the left, and that's because it's a gamer tag that I only use for recording gameplay or the very first few games I ever play of a Call of Duty. And that's because when a new game drops, I like to play a couple games by myself. When I'm in a party, it's usually we're playing some type of objective-based game like Domination or CTF or something like that, where teamwork is essential. And the first night or very first few games, I just want to jump into a game, run around, and not have to worry about letting my teammates down or playing well or anything like that. I just like to run around and have a good time, explore the maps, as this guy gets clearly outplayed. So that's what you're seeing. Very first game ever of Bootcamp TDM for Black Ops 2. Now, I'm going to offer up a couple tips to the noobiest of noobs for Black Ops, or just Call of Duty in general. What you'll notice is, as I make my way around the maps, you see me constantly ADSing traffic areas. They may not be high traffic areas, but areas where I'm expecting an enemy to come from. So often, what I see happening in the gameplay of people who aren't very good at the game is they run around the map with no purpose, and just hope that if and when they come across an enemy, an enemy, they can their reflexes or gun skill is going to be good enough to win a gunfight. And more often than not, it doesn't exactly happen that way, especially when you consider lag compensation, and whatnot in the equation. I would love to be able to run around the map with no cares at all and know that my network connection or the enemy's network connection was going to have absolutely no input or to be a determining factor of whether I win a gunfight or not. But it just doesn't happen like that. So you got to try and play smart. That being said, I cannot play for extended amounts of time like my buddies Felix Black and Violent by Design. They're defensive players. It's a completely different play style, and I like running around the map. But with that being said, what I'm going to try to do at different points in time is put obstacles or barriers between myself and the direction I think an enemy can come from to limit my exposure, so that if and when I do come across an enemy, why do I keep saying anemone? I think my daughters have been watching too much Finding Nemo or something. I don't know. But like I was saying, if and when I do get into an engagement with an enemy, I've got the upper hand. I'm not running out into the wide open with no cover. And, you know, I'm doing the infamous head glitching or staying in corners, rounding the outside of the map. Running through the middle of the map that is wide open is probably the biggest mistake that I see new players or players that just aren't very good making. There's absolutely no reason to run through the middle of the map with no cover. None whatsoever. Even if you're playing capture the flag, even if it's the shortest route possible from enemy flag to home base, running through the middle of the map with no cover is, I would say, 99.9% of the time the wrong move to make. So consider that the next time you're playing some Call of Duty, and it doesn't matter what game type you're playing. If you're a new player or a player that's trying to get better, consider how you navigate the map. Are you putting yourself in positions to win gunfights, or are you just running around looking for somebody to shoot? I admit that sometimes it gets frustrating being defensive where you're always rounding the outside of a map, or not. You may be on the wrong side of the map when spawns flip. Things like that. You got to consider looking at the minimap every once in a while, and looking at the direction and the positioning of your teammates. As you look at the vantage point I'm at here, as I turn to my right, I'm not necessarily out in the open. Unfortunately, I ran out of bullets in this magazine, and there's nothing I could do there. But up until that point, that was the only mistake I've made in this gameplay that I think of. Right there, that guy was trying to head glitch, and I just had a better shot, but I was looking in that direction already. I just didn't just run out in the open and then start looking for where an enemy could be. So I hope you guys are following me when I try to explain that tip. This isn't going to be a first impressions video because, to be completely honest, I probably have only 2 hours of gameplay on Black Ops 2, and that's a really tough pill for me to swallow, considering the fact that I'm a Call of Duty fanboy. I'd fully expected to be off of work this week, but real life takes priority. Not gets in the way, but takes priority over hobby sometimes. And it's just the way that it's working out. I do plan on getting on tonight. Hopefully I can get a party going, play some domination or some kill confirmed, or even some search and destroy, and then I can bring you guys a lot more gameplays, a lot more comments about the game itself. So far, not too bad. I hear there's a lot of connection problems on PS3, not being able to connect to the game itself. Party's taking a long time to connect to game. I hear that's happening over on Xbox as well. So it's the first week, guys. There's going to be a couple bugs. Hopefully that doesn't discourage you too much. And let's try to not ruin this game before Christmas. Okay. So actually, let me know what you guys are thinking of the game so far. Again, I've only got 2 hours of gameplay on it. Connections are a problem. There is lag, but there's also 2 million people playing across all platforms at any point in time. So that's it for the gameplay, guys. I think I went 24-2, and one of those deaths was when I was piloting that Dragonfly kill streak, whatever. Let me know what you guys are thinking about the game so far in the comments, guys. Peace out.